Welcome to Business in Grey. I'm your host, Sharen Skelly, and today our guest is Koop from Long and McQuaid Musical Instruments here in Owen Sound. Welcome.
Thank you.
Could you tell our viewers about your store? It's been in business now for how long?
Well, we've been up in Owen Sound since November 2015, but Long McQuaid's been around since '57, and there's 74 stores now, I believe. There might be 75 soon, and we're all across the country. We're in every province, and yeah, we sell musical instruments, and we sell music lessons as well. And yeah, so I came up here November 2015, and we moved to this location September 12th last year.
Now, we used to have a music store that was really well known, Fromager's, downtown, and we were talking earlier, and one of the good things about this franchise, and it's a family-run franchise, is that they like to, when a store has decided that they are going to become this franchise, they like to come in and actually allow the employees to work for Long and McQuaid.
Yeah, so basically what happened with Fromager and what happens with some of the stores that become Long and McQuaid's is Long and McQuaid has a second part of their business. There's Long and McQuaid, the retail musical instrument store, and then there's also Yorkville Sound. And Yorkville is a manufacturing and distribution company. So they make Yorkville amps, trainer bass amps, PAs, and PA speakers, and quite a bit of stuff that they make actually in Pickering. But they're also a distribution company, so they bring Gibson and Epiphone, Line 6, KRK monitors, Mapex drums, a whole range of different products that they bring into the country and they sell to different retail outlets. Fromager was one of them, and the old owner, Dave Hawkins, when he was looking to retire and he was looking around to sell his business, because of his long relationship with Long McQuaid, and it was a good, strong one, he talked to Long McQuaid, and Long McQuaid thought it was a great opportunity for us to expand up here.
So, Jarrett, can you tell me what the inventory is in your store? What kind of instruments and what kind of equipment and materials you carry here?
Well, it's pretty vast. We start with guitars. When you come in, obviously, the first thing you'll see is our guitar wall.
Beautiful.
And our acoustic guitar room as well. But we have guitars and basses and guitar amps and bass amps, and then we also have PA equipment, which would be anything that you need to amplify, anytime you need to amplify, including some of the stuff that we're using here. We sell wireless mics. We rent wireless mics for equipment like this. We do recording systems from just learning how to record or recording something in the field to building a whole studio, professional studio. We can do all of that as well. We do keyboards, everything from a $150 keyboard with some learning software on it, all the way up to $7,000 pianos that are fantastic. And then we also do all the brass instruments, all the woodwind instruments. As I said earlier, we do accordions. We do, just about anything. We'll do orchestral instruments. So basically, if there's an instrumental need, ask us and we'll find it. And so we rent just about everything as well. We rent, we also rent accordions, and we rent everything from ukuleles to guitars to keyboards and trumpets and flutes and euphoniums and tubas and stand-up basses and anything else that we can possibly think of. I rent timpanis a few times to the Grey Bruce Symphony.
What is that?
A timpani is a very large drum that you can control the pitch with your foot.
And, yes, I understand that. Yeah. Now, you sell a lot of the drums that I've seen. They're like the African drums. What do you call those?
Djembes.
Yes. I saw an assortment of those from the small to the quite large ones there too. So really, there is something for everyone that they need. And sheet music.
Yep, we do sheet music as well.
And instructional books. I saw an assortment of those too. Now, as far as renting, If someone was interested in renting equipment, what do they do? What do they have to do?
Just come down and talk to us. That's it.
And they sign in a contract?
Yeah, well, we would open a rental account. The first time you do a rental, you open a rental account, and depending on what style of rental you're doing, you might have to fill out a little bit of paperwork at the time. But it's a really easy process, and all you really have to do is come and talk to us, and we'll figure out what it is that you need, and we'll find a way to get it to you.
And I also noticed that you offer music lessons.
Right now we have piano, voice, guitar, obviously drums, and then we have banjo, mandolin, saxophone, violin, fiddle, cello, clarinet.
Pretty much everything.
Just about everything.
And you sell drums here too, right?
We do sell drums here as well, yeah.
Electronic drums too?
We do electronic drums as well, yeah. Wow. And they're actually quite popular these days, the electronic kits, because you can get all kinds of different sounds in them, put them in your headphones, and play along with your favorite songs.
Now, you said that this company started in what year?
1956.
1956, wow. So it's been...
And Jack Long is still here, and he's still at the meetings, at the manager meetings,
wow.
And he still tells us when we're doing things wrong, and he's still usually right.
And that's why it's such a quality company.
It is. They do a great job.
He knows how to do quality assurance and quality management.
Well, him and his sons and all the various owners that have come on board with them over the years have really done a great job, and they built a strong company, and hopefully we can continue to build on that and continue to get stronger.
Great. Now, are all of your staff here trained musicians, or are they? How do you do that?
Well, just about everybody who works at a music store ends up at a music store because they are musicians. It's kind of like when I was younger and I was a hockey player, and you'd hang around the rink and they call you rink rats.
Yes.
That's kind of what happens with musicians. We hang around the music store, and then some of us get jobs there.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just about everybody who works in a music store plays instruments. Not everybody. Some people do different things. There are a number of people in the company who maybe they don't play any instruments particularly, but they're sound men, and they do sound for various levels of shows. Or some of them have run studios, so they're not necessarily particularly instrumentalists, but they know how to run a studio from top to bottom, stuff like that. So, but there's a lot of experience in our company from top to bottom.
You also have a message to parents to enhancing your child's musical experiences. What's this about?
Well, basically, it just builds on the knowledge that learning a musical instrument, it's kind of like learning another language. And so it operates in your brain the same way. So it enhances your ability to learn in certain ways. It enhances, tests have shown that it enhances your ability to learn math, it enhances your ability to learn languages. And it's a really great way to sort of exercise yourself in a different way. So, we exercise our bodies and we exercise our minds at school, but when you learn to play a musical instrument, especially if you learn to play a musical instrument and learn how to read music at the same time, it really does expand your ability to learn, and it's fun.
Yeah, well, isn't there a connection between reading music and math?
Yes.
Isn't there? Yes, there's always that connection.
Yep.
And a lot of math teachers teach music.
Yep.
You often find that. Now, I did see somewhere in the store that there were rentals for the schools, or somewhere I read that. Yeah.
We don't do any rentals directly to school boards en masse up here, at least not yet. We do other school boards elsewhere where we will rent instruments to a school that have a band program in high school or things like that. Yes. And so, we're always looking for opportunities like that as well.
Exactly.
And then that allows the school to actually provide instruments that are, able to take care of them if there's any issues with them. And it allows them to pretty well always have a nice working instrument for the student to use.
So how has your first, so it would be about 2 years now that you've been open?
Well, it's been about a year and a half.
Year and a half, yes.
Yeah, and well, the first 9 months we were at the old location downtown.
Right.
which was a little bit of a different. It presented its own set of challenges that I wasn't accustomed to coming from a larger store. But it was really neat being down there. If there's one thing I miss about being up here, is that I do miss being right down there next to Nathaniel's and Frog Pond. And
yes, down in the center of the core of downtown. Yeah, it has its advantages.
Yeah, and I could walk to the bank. But I do have to say that the parking lot here is a nice addition.
Yes, coming in here and just being able to park and you know, carry, especially if you're carrying quite a big parcel.
Yeah,
it's quite convenient.
Absolutely.
But
and the one thing I would like to say is that it's always interesting. As I said, as I told you earlier, I was a musician who traveled around, especially all over Ontario, and I came through.
He's been to Sudbury.
I've been to Sudbury. I have, but I used to come through here a lot, and Fromage Music was there for 35 years, and it had a legacy in town, and Dave was a part of the Dave Hawkins was a part of the community, still is with the Harmony Center, and we still see him here all the time. And it was really neat to take over a store that I knew as a musician, and I was very excited to sort of carry on the legacy and hopefully become as big a part of the community as he was. So.
Well, I think you are doing that because I hear very positive reviews about the store and the things that you're doing, and people are really happy about the music lessons, the quality of the inventory you have here. And you did say that you chose to make Owen Sound and this area your home, which is a really big compliment for us here. So thank you very much, Jared.
My
it was
pleasure.
great talking to you, and we wish you a lot of success in this venture. So
thank you very much,
welcome to Owen Sound, and thank you and join us again on Business in Gray here on Rogers TV. Welcome to Business in Gray. I'm Sharen Skelly, your host, and today we're at Rebecca's Pretty Green Hair Services here in Owen Sound. And Rebecca's doing a hairstyle or color on one of her clients, and her client's name is Barb.
Yes, Barb McCaffrey.
And what can you tell us, Rebecca, what you're doing?
Well, Barb is a very enthusiastic fan of the Maple Leafs. So we're doing some Go Leafs Go Blue. And a little punch of color.
Ah, you're very brave. Have you had this done before?
I have not. Oh. But we have 2 games left in the season, and pulling out all stops.
Oh, every little bit helps, doesn't it? But we do love the Maple Leafs. So now, Rebecca, this is a new location for you. You did have a location, I believe, downtown. So now you're at another location.
Yes, now I get to work from home. It's wonderful and convenient. And we've transformed the whole basement into my salon for various different aspects.
Right. And how long have you been a hairstylist?
For about 10 years.
10 years. And now in the name of your business, it says Rebecca's Pretty Green Hairstyle or Hair Salon. So what is the green component of that?
For the most part, whenever I can source environmentally friendly products, I like to use them opposed to the high-test regular products that a lot of stylists and use on the market. My regular hair color has no ammonia or peroxide. It has no perfumes or parabens or phthalates, resulting in a safer product for your hair and for your skin absorption, because we do absorb everything through our skin. So it just makes for a kinder process on your hair and on your body. And I figure we've been beautifying ourselves for centuries and eons and whatnot, as far back as, pharaohs in Egypt. But we don't have to do it in a toxic way.
Exactly. Do you imagine, use these products on yourself and your family?
Yes, yes I do.
Now, can you buy any products here, green products here?
I do sell Arbonne products for the most part. They are the ones I like to recommend and promote the most, because they are the greenest products that I can find that have effective results.
Right. So back to your new business. You moved here, and when did you open up here at this new location?
End of August. End of August, yeah. It was a bit ahead of schedule, but never complain about that.
And you said that this new location has a little bit more to offer than your last one?
Yes, I have a room in the back available for massage therapy or Reiki therapists who are looking for another place to service their clientele. I also have a room that's applicable for parties, network marketing parties. I know I have wanted to host parties in the past, but didn't necessarily want people in my home. But now I have a place to offer, and I know that maybe other people are in that same situation, that they want the hostess benefits of having certain parties, but
right.
They don't necessarily want the burden of having people in at their home. So I have a space for birthday parties, or we have D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. We have a crochet group that sometimes comes to the house and uses the big room as well. So it opens it up. I have a makeup room for bridal parties, so we can have the whole experience with hair and makeup, and the room in the back for getting ready. I had a bridal party in here that brought in their own photographer, and they use the back rooms for that.
Very nice.
It helps open it up to enjoy the experience.
So you are interested in sort of recruiting someone, or anyone that's interested, maybe a reflexologist, aromatherapist.
Yes, I do have
therapist.
a room in the back that's available for that.
Yes, and we'll be looking through that a little later. And you said you have parties. Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned prior that you did have one party earlier, and it was around Christmas time?
Well, we had an Arbonne pamper party here, where we did foot soaks and little facials and things, and that was fun. We also had a Halloween party where I did face painting for kids, and we had a haunted house, and that was a lot of fun. The kids really enjoyed that.
So as far as marketing goes and social media, how would people that are interested in any of these services contact you?
Facebook is the best way. I also have an email address, which I believe I've provided for you. So Facebook, you can text my phone number, or email me. Those written ways are the best ways to get me, because I do have a busy, active lifestyle, and sometimes answering the phone is difficult.
Yes, well, I understand you are a musician also, right?
Yes.
You sing, or you play?
No, I mostly just sing, and I also have singing lessons
yes.
here from time to time in the basement.
We won't have one right now, but we could. That would be fun. So you are busy, and that's the creative side of you, because hairstyling is
an art.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's very much an art. It's being able to, I always love this idea of looking at someone's hair. I could never do it, but you know what it's going to look like, or you have an idea of what this finished product is going to look like when you start. You know, you've got that sort of all planned out in your head. So, clientele, did you get a lot of new clientele, or did...
I've had a healthy clientele for most of my career, so I haven't had to... well, I like advertising, and I always like having new people in. But my clientele has traveled with me from location to location. So right. The change hasn't really increased or decreased my clientele much.
Now, some of the services, I know I've seen some pictures on your Facebook page of the things you've done. Now we're going to do this lovely hair with the blues. It's going to be a blue kind of streaks in it?
Yeah, a little flash of peekaboo through there.
Yeah, she thought she might get a maple leaf shaved in the back of her head.
Oh, maybe later, we can do that.
Baby steps. Have you had that done before?
I have not.
I do have someone else here for a hair tattoo today.
That's what they're called. So I was going to say, what are some of the other services? Like, you do color, obviously. And
I have an organic perm that has very low odor that I can use, and I feel safe using in my home. It's on order, but it is something I can carry, so I do organic perms. I have my organic hair color. I do the fun colors. I do braiding and updos. I do makeup, face paint.
And you said the tattoo, someone's going to get the hair tattoo after, and that's when you, well, it could be any side of your head or whatever, and sometimes women...
You shave it into side.
and then sometimes they have their hair fall over.
Yeah, I did a mouse this week, and a Sonic the Hedgehog, and another boy's head, and I've done a lot of stars and spider webs. It's really popular right now.
Yes. And what else would you consider? You do, you said you do updo, so that would really pertain to prom season, perhaps?
Prom and bridal,
bridal.
yeah, bridal parties. Yeah,
yeah, and that'll be coming up. So that would be another bonus to having this new place with the proms, and I know a lot of...
Exactly. It's hard to get ready for prom in a hair shop if there's not room to get your dress on and not get hair on it. Right. So I have a space provided so girls can twirl in front of the big mirrors and
lovely.
Yeah, it's a big part of getting ready, and I found in my other smaller locations that was hindering the experience for a lot of people, as they couldn't get as excited and fluffy as they wanted to.
Right. Do you do a lot of bridal hair?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I love doing bridal parties.
And that's updos, and I think we had someone today that was having an updo.
Yes, yeah. Corey's waiting off in the wings somewhere with hot rollers in her hair.
Yeah. So what have you noticed being here in your new location as opposed to it was the downtown location?
Yeah, downtown was lovely, but I go by appointment only, even when I was downtown, so I didn't really receive too many walk-ins. Being at home is just the luxury of, you know, surviving a snow day without having to get childcare. Yeah. Working from home has amazing, you know, pros and cons, of obviously, right. But I really love the options that working from home has provided me.
Mm-hmm. And as we said earlier, if anyone is interested at all in dropping by and getting a hair tattoo or color, or just could they come in for consultation?
Yes, but they again would need to book first through my cell phone number or my Facebook page or my email address. Either one of those would work fine for setting up a consultation or an appointment. Mm-hmm.
And is there anything you wanted to let the viewers know about your new business, or about your business in particular, that makes you stand out perhaps from, I guess, the green part? The green part,
yeah, I'm very passionate about that, but I also think that the fun that we have, that hair is fun, and it, you know, there's an enjoyment of life where it's art, and you know, being an artist, I take a different look at hairstyling and hair cutting than maybe other stylists, a different approach.
Right.
You know.
And you involve children in this too, so it's all ages.
I have
men and women.
men and women.
Yeah,
many
unisex.
children and many male customers. I have tricks with the little people to get them to cooperate.
You do?
They like coming here. They do.
Well, I can imagine they do. I like coming here. So your customers, most of them came with you?
Yeah. You know, I can never tell if they were customers first or friends first.
Friends or customers, that's right. Or clients, I guess we should call them clients.
Yes, clients.
Right. Well, sometimes it turns out to be both.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, we're really happy that you let us come in and talk to you, and we're going to let you finish doing. How much more is there to do?
She just needs to sit and wait.
Oh,
I've got an updo to do and hair tattoo to show for you, and a color that's a full color waiting to wash out in a balayage ombre kind of style.
Balayage ombre, something I'd never heard of before. So Rebecca, if anyone is interested in accessing you for any of these services, coming here for a haircut or a hair tattoo, hair color, how would they do that?
Facebook is the best way to access me. You can get my phone number there, you can get my email address there, and you can message me directly from the Facebook site.
And there's also pictures of the work that you've done on there, so people have an idea of what they might want. They might find something on there that they want. Sonic tattoo. So thank you very much for having us here. It was really enjoyable. And join us again on Business in Grey here on Rogers Cable.